Tini kua wheturangitia e, kia maumuharanga tini mate, kia bihihia, kia tangihia, kia poroporo ake hia e, moe maira. Haere maira, ki runga i te kaupapa whakahirahira o te rānei e, te whakapōtaitanga ki a koutou, nau mai, piki mai, whakatau mai rā e.
A tēnā koutou katoa, he mihi tino mahana, warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Graduands, please remain standing as we start our proceedings today with the University Waiata. Please be seated. A tēnei te mi atu ki te iti, ki te rahi te katoa. Koutou, kuro i ka mai nei i tēnei rangi nui whakaharahara. I tangi tonu aha ana te nākau, mō rātou kua nāro i te o tīro hanga kanohe, haere koutou, haere o te atu. Kia tātou te kanohi ora e huihui nei i raro i te maru o Oteha, tēnā tātou. Ki te iwi kāinga, nā te whātua, ki kaipara, tai atu ki ona piringa katoa, tēnā koutou katoa, no reira e nā karangatanga katoa, tēnā koutou, a tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Vice-Chancellor, Massey University Council members, members of the university community, members of the Auckland Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduates and families. My name is Michael Ahi. I am Chancellor of the Massey University Council, which means I chair the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance, as well as having the very great pleasure in presiding over graduation ceremonies to the successful students of Massey University. Firstly, my thanks to all involved in putting this ceremony together. Graduation is always a very special event for the university, And I extend again a very warm welcome to you all to this autumn graduation for 2021, the second of 8 ceremonies here in Auckland. For nearly 100 years, Massey has been part of the fabric of New Zealand's economy and culture, and for our graduates, it continues to be a launchpad to the wider world. We not only help students to shape their own future, we help to shape the future of Aotearoa New Zealand and indeed the world. Here at Massey, we strive to solve the real world problems that stand to make a difference in people's lives. And through the combined efforts of our research and teaching, new solutions and discoveries are made to address the challenges that face us all. Graduates of Massey University complete their chosen course of study with more than knowledge. They leave with the capability and confidence to change the world around them, to establish new pathways, to lead the way forward, and to make life better for those around them. We are immensely proud of the entrepreneurial spirit that our graduates possess. This week, Massey University is awarding to a total of 1,603 students. That is a lot of handshakes for me. And at this ceremony, degrees will be conferred and diplomas awarded in the Massey Business School, a total of 165 in person and a further 20 in absentia. Ladies and gentlemen, graduations are festive occasions and one of our biggest celebrations of academic success. While today is about you, the graduands, it is also about your family and your friends who have encouraged you and supported you and who are here this afternoon to acknowledge your success. So, to those of you in the audience, when your loved one takes to the stage, don't hold back. Be exuberant, be loud. Their few seconds on stage mean all the more for you being here. So please don't be afraid to contribute to their experience. Graduates, by the end of today, you will be part of a Massey alumni family, more than 150,000 strong around the world. As Chancellor, I welcome you to this new whānau and hope that through the many connections it offers, your career will be supported and your lives will be enhanced. I say this because your university cares about you. You are each part of the Massey University legacy, part of a story now written, and also part of the chapters yet to come. The voice of you, our tauira, our students, is a key part of the narrative of our university. It is important we listen to you and chart our future direction together. Graduates, before you cross the stage, I wish you congratulations once more. Continue to work hard. Take all the opportunities that life gives you. I know that you will continue to aim high and succeed in whatever you choose to accomplish in your life. Do us proud. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, a tēnā huhui mai tātou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Michael Ahi, Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. Professor Sasha Molchanov, Associate Head of School for the School of Economics and Finance, will call the names of graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the Massey Business School. Professor Stephen Kelly, Pro Vice Chancellor, Massey Business School, will hand out the parchments.
Chancellor. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Certificate in Aviation Studies the candidate I am about to name, Adam Redmond Lyons. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Diploma in Business Studies the candidate I am about to name, Maria Nu Pham. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Accountancy the candidates I am about to name, Nur Sabrina Idayu Binti Abdul Latif. Adriana Eliza Binti Ahmad Ridzawan. Abdul Qayyum bin Emil Nordin. Haley Jenna Ben. Kirsta Lynn Binstock. Cameron Duffield. Anna Lee Findlay. Rosemary Helen Francis. Nicola Wendy Amiria Graham. Joanne Mary Greek. Yunchi Guo. Kate Ellen Barker Haynes. Shih Chi Su. Nicole Lynn Kildare. Bo Mi Kim, Massey Scholar. Cheryl Ann Napping. Chan Hun Lee. Ahmad Faiz bin Mod Soharuddin. Eliza Arama Morgan French. Eugene Charles Orbon. Samantha Gillian Parks. Kaylee Ann Reed. Shaiful Azri bin Shaiful Kamar. Venus Vistikan Vijayakumaran. Yang Dani Wang. Sean James Wigan. Hua Yang. Amirul Ashraf bin Zainal. Biying Zhang, Massey Scholar. Linjin Zhao. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Applied Economics the graduates I am about to name. Jessica Margaret Garside. Jack Kingsley Taylor. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Aviation Management the graduates I am about to name. Mark James Glover. Timothy Michael Douglas Zuch. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Business the graduates I am about to name. Connor Luke Anderson. Suzanne Ark Weber. Daria Belikova, Massey Scholar. Stephanie Rose Blackwell. Alicia Danielle Booth. James Daniel Brisbane. Edward James Brownie. Guo Xuan Bu. Van Fergus Cameron. Tony John Carroll. Sandra Chigonda. Zhu Yun Chen. Ying Chen. Jonathan Wei Jun Chua. Max Frederick Divine Clark, Massey Scholar. Philippa Sean Cogswell. Nicholas James Cope. Sean Douglas Davidson. Maddie Elizabeth Aldis Dillon. Caitlin Ann Donaghy. Xin Shu Du. Tanya Marie Gilchrist. Andrew Alistair Gray. Jan He. Kismuth Hare. Leanne Alice Hicks. Shuai Huang. Emily Charlotte Hudson. Yana Yunkirova. Tessa Emmy James. Inshin Zhang. Sukhpreet Kaur. John Daniel Kennedy. Kieran Barry King. Elizabeth Ngatai Knuth. Stefan Nicholas Kust. Yushin Lai. Hong Liu. Jin Yu Liu. Linan Ma. Qing Xuan Ma. Shani Marie Mabbitt, Massey Scholar. Isaac David Madsen. Benjamin Luke Marmont. Jesse Paul Malcolm Matthews. Nicholas Mayhew. Matthew James McCormick. Rebecca Charlotte McLeod. Jadine Ray Milner. Bernadetta Notoprojo. Taitulagi Malia Otiamoa Revel. Megan Jane Shepard Palmer, Massey Scholar. Megan Sarah Phillips. Nicole Haley Lewinsky. Hong Chian. Nicholas Francis Rieger. Matthew Jonathan Rick. Lisa Marie Roost. Edune Rogers. Yuwen Rong. Shania Lee Sadie. Mark Stannard Seals. Soktera Sen. Caleb Samuel Shepard, Massey Scholar. Jiolu Shi. Xiangji Shuai. Darshna Deepika Singh. Shivam Amitabh Singha. Daniel Truella Sloper. Melina Soleh. Xiao Song. Xin Yu Song. Delwyn Gay Spedding. Helen Marie Spreadbury. Dan Sun. Gabriella Rose Sutcliffe. Donglin Tan. Tian Tan. Sandra June Trenuth. Samuel Paul Tweedy. Jaco Jong Vandenberg. Marilise Fenter. Bowen Wong. Hongxian Wu. GAU, Wu. Wan Yu, Xie. Guan Xiaoji, Shu. Yuxin Yang. Aichen Zhang. Qian Zhang. Qianao Zhang. Wenfang Zhu. Ziwei Zhu. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the conjoined degree of Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Science, the graduate I am about to name. Nina Kerr. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora anō. It's now my pleasure to invite Karen Shires to address the graduands. Karen is the Chief Risk Officer of PwC New Zealand and sits on the executive leadership team. She has responsibility for the risk and quality functions, enterprise risk and regulatory stakeholder relationships. Karen also leads the learning and education, audit methodology and accounting technical teams. Karen is a licensed auditor and is the current auditor of ASB Bank and Tower as well as others. She's also a member of the Auditing and Assurance Standards Board. Karen has been a partner at PwC for 18 years and was the first female audit partner in PwC New Zealand. Karen was also one of the key drivers behind the establishment of the PwC Foundation in New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, please a warm welcome to Karen Shires.
Chancellor, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, members of council, university staff, students, families and friends. Wow, what an exciting time this is. Years of study and hard work has culminated in your graduation from Massey University. My warmest congratulations. I recall, quite a long time ago now, when I graduated with a Bachelor of Commerce from university. It was an exciting day for my family. I was the first in my family, through the generations, to attend university. It was a big thing. I can still remember the day well. It was the Auckland Town Hall. I'd never been in a room with so many people. I also remember it for quite an amusing story that my father is probably not that keen for me to repeat, but I will. We were from Onewhero. For those of you who know, it's in South Auckland. We didn't actually come into Auckland that much, and my father didn't really enjoy the experience. Anyway, it was a big family outing, and we came and we parked in a parking building and we went off to the ceremony. We came back later and the car was not there. Our car had been towed. We had said to him we didn't think this was the place we were meant to park, but he assured us we were wrong. So my father, who was a very introverted man, who didn't like to engage with others, had to, one, get a taxi, which he'd never done, find the park where our car had been towed to, get the car and come back. I can still remember it well, and he's continued to not want to come into Auckland since. Now, days in your life are etched in your memory, and this will be one of those. I know it is a big and important milestone for you, for those who have supported you as well, your family and friends. As you now embark on the next stage of your life, it could be somewhat daunting. Many of you will have already started in employment. Your plans when you set out on your degree may have changed for many reasons, including how COVID-19 has impacted our communities and our economy. You may now be wanting to work from home. Your job may have been restructured or your overseas travel plans put on hold. Although it remains an uncertain time, it is time to reflect. You have been in challenging circumstances before. When you started university, for example, it was solely up to you whether you applied yourself and earned your degree. There was no highly structured school environment around you. You coped, you adapted, you graduated. You can now apply yourself in this difficult time to reflect on what you want to achieve in the next 2 years, the next 5 years, not just in your career, but in your personal life and in your personal well-being. I am often asked when I interview students for roles at PwC around the relevance of what they have studied at university to their future career. I always explain that I believe that having a degree means that you have demonstrated that you can learn. You know how to build your knowledge. You can motivate yourself, and you have the ability to apply yourself in a career, whatever career that is. Importantly, for an employer, you have the ability to learn new things. Now, leaving university is not about stopping learning, and sometimes I do wish it was. Actually, it's just about the start of your learning. Just yesterday, for example, I had to complete a one-hour online e-learn on, believe it or not, the premium allocation approach under the new IFRS 17, and following it, complete a 10-question exam. So your learning never stops. As the famous Henry Ford said, anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anybody who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. In somewhat of a cliche, the world is your oyster, and it means you can achieve anything you wish in life or go anywhere because you have the opportunity and the ability to do so. The opportunities are so much bigger than they were 10 years ago, and significantly more than 25 years ago. Now, I grew up in a small rural community. All the females I knew were mums, nurses, or teachers. When I graduated university and I moved into Auckland, and after a few years at Coopers and Lybrand, which some of you may have heard of, the predecessor to PwC, I travelled to Hong Kong. I had 48 hours notice to go to Hong Kong. And then about 6 months later, I went to London. I spent 6 years in London before I decided to return to New Zealand. I then worked at Air New Zealand on loan from PwC for a year. I then moved to Wellington, because I had the opportunity to lead the early audits of what was known as New Zealand Post Financial Services Limited, known to you as Kiwibank. I then became, as the Chancellor said, the first female audit partner at PwC in 2003. 2003, the first female partner. It was a significant achievement. After spending 13 years in Wellington, I came back to Auckland to try some new things. I really enjoy what I do, the variety. I'm involved in some of the largest audits in New Zealand, in ASB, in Tower and others. My story is one about taking the opportunities that present themselves. Be prepared to push yourself outside your comfort zone. Be agile, adaptable, and build on the support networks around you because they will help you succeed. Throughout my career, every day has presented new questions, new challenges, new experiences, including today. And how you respond to these will define your future. You must not let others define you. Define yourself. Be yourself. Trust yourself. And make your mark on the world. Good luck, graduates. I wish you every success.
Oh, tēnā koe, Karen. Thank you very much for those wonderful messages. And I'm sure hoping that your car is still in the car park where you left it. Otherwise, that will be a great story for your children to tell. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give another warm round of applause to Karen? Thank you so much. Tēnā tātou, we will now continue with the conferment of degrees and the award of university certificates and diplomas.
Chancellor. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in accountancy the candidates I am about to name. Rishav Mutneja. Sanket Sunil Salagari. Hussein Abbas Tambawala. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Aviation the graduate I am about to name, Abin Abdu Alukunju, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Business Studies the graduates I am about to name, Benjamin Michel Claude Larcher. Subra Roy, with distinction. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Finance the graduate I am about to name, Xuan Wu. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Management the graduates I am about to name, Karya Piruma Archige Pamiti Piyalka Karya Piruma. Vika Fatafehi Mathileo Namoa. Hieo Van Nguyen. Keely Paige Matakura Rickards. Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Professional Accountancy and Finance the graduates I am about to name, Ran Kao. Aliona Dubrova. Yao Xuan Feng, first class honors. Koyun Huang. Anna Patricia Paulino. Xiaoyu Peng. Brent Charles William Thomas. Feng Yang. Yang Yu. Bowen Zhang. Chaoran Zheng. Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Chancellor.
Kia ora anō. It's now my pleasure to invite Max Clark to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Max has been studying at the Albany campus for the past 3 years and completed a Bachelor of Business with a focus in accounting and finance. Outside of his studies, he was a part of the executive team for the Investment Fund, Accountancy Club and Investment Club, as well as serving on various committees. Since graduating, Max has been working at Fonterra as a business graduate within their group finance team. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome please to Max.
Inga mana, inga reo, inga manu, te ori ori, I pe ata, I runga, I te mātauranga. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, kātau. Thank you, Chancellor. I'd also like to acknowledge the academic and support staff here today. To my fellow students, well, we did it. Congratulations. We knew when we first started our own journeys that graduating would not be easy. But if there's one thing I know about the class of 2020, is that we're always up for a challenge. And despite the roller coaster ride, we have reached the finish line. This is despite a global pandemic and the disruption that occurred. But we took it in our stride and carried on. We know that the world has changed, but as business students, regardless of our qualification or the years of professional experience that we may have, there is one thing that has been cemented during our time at Massey University, and that is failure to adapt is failure to succeed. Sure, it was hard at first, everything new is. Getting used to logging on to Zoom lectures at 8 AM and subsequently logging off when breakout rooms were announced was an experience for us all. Whilst this tested us, it proved that we have the ability to adapt and overcome obstacles to succeed. We know it is a transforming external landscape, from the economic impact, explosion of digital, to the future of work. But what we have accomplished to date will stand us in good stead as we embark on our careers in a changing world. Whether you want to be the next Cathy Wood, a digital marketer competing against Google, an accountant helping small businesses, or a real estate agent helping families into their first home, Massey Business School has provided us the foundation from which we can now go forth and build upon as we take aim at achieving our greatest and wildest dreams. On behalf of this year's graduating class, I'd like to personally thank all the teaching and support staff. Thank you for the countless hours you put in, particularly last year. whether it was making sure we had the right equipment for studying at home or providing us with the extra face-to-face time throughout the week. Your combined efforts made a significant difference to our development, and we are truly grateful for this. To the graduating class of 2020, congratulations. As you start the next chapter in your life, do not become complacent. For many of us here today, this has been the greatest achievement of our lives so far, and you should be proud of that. Just don't let it become the greatest achievement of your life. Nā reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Tēnā koe, Max. Thank you for those lovely words to your fellow graduands and graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my great pleasure to announce that we'll now proceed with the conferment of doctoral graduands, and for the sound desk, the monitor to my left is making the buzz.
Chancellor. A doctorate, either a PhD or a professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement through the submission of a sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications. Candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years full-time research, solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduands by inviting them onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called doctor. Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Abraham Agiman. Chancellor, cross-listing provides significant financial and market outcomes for corporations. Mr. Agiman studied how market dynamics influence the decision to cross-list and the impact on ensuing corporate decisions. He found that domestic market uncertainty encouraged cross-listing and showed that cross-listing on more robust markets promoted transparency and influenced corporate financing decisions. Chancellor, Dr. Agiman. Syed Mabrak Bilal. Academic and commercial interests in Islamic finance has recently increased and is now commonly seen as a reasonable alternative to mainstream finance. Mr. Mabrak investigated spillover magnitude and directions between Islamic and conventional financial markets and identified the primary factors that connected them. He found that liquidity and financial positions in the Islamic markets strongly influence spillover magnitude. Chancellor, Dr. Bilal. Mabel de Costa, doctoral scholar. Costs are considered sticky when they rise more with an increase in sales than they decrease with a proportionate decrease in sales. Understanding the determinants of cost stickiness and its implications is important as it affects firms' profitability and shareholders' wealth. Ms. Costa's findings suggest that financial constraint leads to less cost stickiness and, owing to the monitoring role of suppliers, trade credit lowers cost stickiness. Moreover, such cost stickiness can have a significant detrimental impact on a firm's value. Chancellor, Dr. Costa. Alan Richard Pope. Mr. Pope studied ground leasehold properties, focusing on the relationship between freehold price, influenced ground rent and ground leasehold value. He found that people tended not to satisfactorily account for the risk of ground rent reviews, which led to an overestimation of ground leasehold values. Chancellor, Dr. Pope. Nandate Tagoan Kiat. Whether financial and accounting information impacts cross-asset return predictability and default risk at the firm level is an under-investigated research area. Mr. Tagoan Kiat found that the degree of information inconsistency and information reflection about stocks influences return predictability, and investor risk aversion drives default risk. His research provides valuable insight into financial and accounting information, return predictability and default risk. Chancellor, Dr. Tagoan Kiat. Thank you, Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I a koutou, hei raukua o te kuninga ki pure huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Tēnā tātou tupori. Congratulations once more, graduates. And this brings us to the end of our ceremony today. Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of this ceremony, can you please remain seated until the processions have left the auditorium? I declare this congregation to be adjourned. If I could ask you to please stand and join with us in singing the New Zealand National Anthem, God Defend New Zealand. E tu.